Mafekeng for the first round of the South African Off-Road Championship. Let's scoot down to the pits then and catch up with the top contenders in this year's race. Well, as we go down towards the pit area, there's this great game farm on the right-hand side. Wildebeest, rhinos, it's all here. Fantastic place, Mafekeng. And by the way, 27,939 Boer women and children lost their lives in those concentration camps. A staggering amount. Well, perhaps we should forget about that and concentrate on today's race. Time to prepare for almost 500 Ks of racing around the Mafekeng bush. Well, it is going to be dusty today, so obviously a lot of tear-offs. Put on the goggles, make sure the bikes and those quads are well prepared. The first round of the South African National Off-Road Championship at a great venue just north of Mafekeng towards the Botswana border. A new season and new teams all in attendance. Last-minute preparations to make sure they survive the 500 odd Ks that will be run today. Russell Campbell's Kawasaki team, the brand new Gas team, heavily supported today. KTM, as always, a professional outfit, and Alfie Cox, their #1 rider. Boy, I wish we had traffic cops like this in Johannesburg. Important to wrap those hands up because blisters will play an important part. You've got to hang on to those handlebars forever. And make sure you've got a full tank of gas in that Bombardier quad. Craig? Is life boring at Enduros? You can't wait for the start. Duct tape. What would we do without duct tape? Remember the days when we used to use wire and glue? All that type of stuff? Well, nowadays it's all high tech. Why are you looking at me like that? Daryl Curtis, certainly one of the top contenders in this year's Off-Road Racing Championship, riding Gas number 501. Daryl, change of teams, change of tactics, how's it going to go?
Well, everything's new to us, Dave. We're going to go out there and, the time trial worked okay for us yesterday. I think it's a new team. Everybody's waiting to see what's going to happen to the bikes, how they're going to perform, how fast they are, and things like that. And, yesterday was okay. Today's going to be a big learning curve. When I say learning curve, if anything is going to go wrong, let's hope it doesn't happen today because everybody's watching us. The guys have all come out here in full force. Gas have been absolutely fantastic. They've come out with all the bells and whistles, and there's just nothing's a problem for them. We have everything we could possibly want. And I think it's great to have a new player like that.
What about Daryl Curtis? What have you been up to on the off-season, training-wise?
Well, I've just come back from a knee injury. I had a cruciate ligament repair. And I haven't been riding as much as I'd like to have for the last 6 months. I've only really been back for 2 months, and I've been in the gym and I've been riding a lot, which is very important.
And today it's a long race. How are you going to play it?
Well, I know the starts. Clayton and Alfie, myself, we're going to have a good scratch. Errol's right behind us. Alma's there. I think it's going to be a dogfight until that first refuel. That's going to be great.
Honda number 506 belongs to Graham McLaughlin. He's been riding CR Hondas forever, Graham. And this year on a CR 500. It's going to be a long, tough season. What do you think about it?
I think it's my 7th year on Hondas. The 500 is very fast. The terrain is well suited for 500s, and I really do well in this kind of terrain, so I'm quite confident. I know the guys, Daryl Curtis on his gas is leading the way this morning, but I'm quite happy with my position because generally we're not sure about the marking, and if the guy's wrong slot, then you're onto them, and you could rattle the whole front running bunch. I'm looking forward to chasing Alfie Cox because he really did well at the Dakar, and congratulations to him, but I think we've got to bring him back down to earth.
Well, as they get ready to refuel Alfie Cox's bike for the start of this first national, Alfie, looking forward to the year?
Yeah, Dave, it's going to be a tough year, I know, because at the end of last year, the pace really stepped up. Clayton found his feet, and he really went well the last 2 races at the end of the year. But, we've seen new teams. Guys have moved to Gas. There's obviously Schummel's Yamaha team. The KTM is still strong as hell. Everybody wants to beat us, and coming back from the Dakar, I know everybody wants to beat me. I don't know, to prove a point or whatever, but it's going to be a tough race. There's no easy win anymore, and I think the first lap, maybe just to see what's going on, because it's 2 laps of 200 and something kilometers, and the last lap is going to be the lap that's going to count. It's going to be a dogfight all the way, because Clayton and Daryl have tied for first place yesterday. I'm 15 seconds behind, so it's going to be something else, really. I think it's going to be exciting racing this year.
Tell us a bit about your bike that you're riding today.
It's the same as last year, the big 4-stroke. It's a 520 with a standard with KTM, you can buy a 540 kit and bolt it on. So it's a 540cc, the big 4-stroke. Everybody else opted on 2 strokes, but that's my bike. Same as last year. It's a new bike. Obviously, it's nicer to ride a new bike, but yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. But in the Enduros, I'm going for a 2-stroke this time, not a big 4-stroke. So that's the only change.
Alfie, we wish you luck. I do believe also that you've got a development rider taking part with the KTM team this year.
Yes, we had the youngster from Cape Town that came in, and with Pro Action and KTM, they've assisted him as one of the sort of the support riders. He's now moved from a 200 to a 300. So he's in a bigger class, but yeah, we hope it's going to work out. And back in Natal as well. By the end of the month, we've got another youngster from Mandini that's just turned 16 years old. He's going to be on a KTM 125. And with our shop, Alfie Cox Adventure Sport, we're going to support him. And hopefully, we're going to see him do well in Natal in the hare scrambles. And I'm going to help him as much as I can.
It's all happening in the off-road scene. Let's catch up with the development riders. Colin Stoffels, you got a nice punt there from Alfie Cox telling us about development series going on within KTM. You're looking forward to this year and today?
Very much so, yes. I've been looking for this opportunity all my life, and finally I got it. I'm really a happy chap today, and we'll see how it goes.
What attracts you to motorcycle racing?
Mostly my friends. Yeah, I enjoy the crowd, and you always meet new people. It's a lovely sport.
Well, good luck for today.
Thank you.
Well, I suppose that's one way of washing your truck.
Hey, what's this, man?
Another of the top contenders as they get ready for the start is Yamaha's Clayton Enslin.
I think today's going to be good. I think the conditions are going to be probably very fast. So I don't know if it's going to work against on the 250s, the Alfie on the 520. Conditions are quite slippery, so I think maybe the 250 could be a better deal for today because you maybe be more aggressive. So today, it's a long day, it's going to be warm, but hey, the best man will win.
Down on the start line, and Grey Dick, Yamaha number 509, prepares himself, and he's got himself a front row start for today's race from yesterday's time trials. And possibly some team orders for Alfie Cox and Elmer Simons on KTMs. Organizer of this Mafekeng race, Mike Kinnear. Mike, how many entries do you have? Looks like a great turnout.
Yeah, Dave, we're quite happy. We've got 159 entries.
Fantastic. And a little bit about the course. Tell us about that.
The course is typically the area we have here. We've got a lot of fast sections. We don't have all the sand and the dirt that you get across the border. But the first section, the first 70 k's is very fast. It's open. We don't have lurkers though, so we hope the guys will be safe. They're really going to enjoy themselves in that section. And then after that, you get the typical Botswana type of terrain: sand, bushes, riverbeds, a lot of sweat and a lot of tears. And then they come back. The last 35 k's, 40 k's is also nice and open, and they can rest a little bit and then build up speed and to get back on the loop again. The loops are about 210 k's, I think.
Tell us about the organization, putting something like this together. Marshals, timekeeping, it must be pretty involved.
Dave, I promise you, when this race is over, I'm not even going to tell my wife where I'm going. I'm just going to get lost. It's a lot of work. You've got to remember things that you never thought you had to remember. But at the end of the day, if everything goes well, it is so rewarding.
Well, they certainly have remembered everything for this event, the first national of the year, 2001. And what's this? Clayton Enslin has a problem with the Shimwell's Yamaha. The bike won't start. Only minutes to go before that 8 o'clock start, so Clayton has to go and sort out that motorcycle. The rest of the teams are wondering, is Clayton out of it already?
4, 5, 1, 3.
New spark plug sorts out the problem.
3, out, 3.
You don't want to know what he's telling Alfie. 3, 2, 1, and away we go. Enslin and Daryl Curtis head off into the distance. Next up, it's Alfie Cox on the big Katum. 4-stroke power transfers to the ground. Dust is going to be a problem. 503 takes off. That is Errol Dalton on the other gas. And just behind him, Barry Creel on the 200cc KTM, right up there on the front row. Brendan Crooks takes off on the Millimore 262 Honda. Well, Brendan Crooks last weekend was at the Carousel Supercross, a talented rider. Big crowd watching the start of this race. 500 Kawasaki nearly takes us out. And Wayne Farmer heads for the mealie fields on number 268. At the first checkpoint, the marshals are wondering where the riders are. Well, here they are. And Enslin and Curtis are flying through those fields. Stop for the railway line, bump your mate, and flick it into that right-hander. Fourth gear, don't even put that foot down, man. Just hang it out and get on the gas. Alfie, a little bit more sedate. He knows it's a long way to go. Just seconds behind those two flying two-strokes in front of him. A lot of crowd support as we cross that railway line. Errol Dalton goes through on the gas. And right behind Dalton, it is Elmer Simons. Wonder who their favorite is. Brendan Crooks, the motocross rider, goes flying through. Yep, you've got to turn right there, Brendan. And right behind him is Graham McLaughlin on the CR 500. And the first of the quads get away. There's a big battle on this here between Yamaha and Bombardier. Hate to ride one of these things through the mealie fields. Really hard work, especially for almost 500 clicks. Did I mention that dust would be a problem? Like those lights on that Raptor. Stay away from our camera, guys. Stay away from those spectators. Clouds are threatening. Is it going to rain later? Maybe that would help the dust problem. I don't know where I'm going in that dust. Grey Dick on the big yummy. Looks for the way. Yes, over the railway line and turn right. Go for it, Grey. Nice to see Grey on a competitive bike this year. Last year on a Suzuki, but that was really a street model. Out front, Darryl Curtis on the gas, locks it up underneath the bridge and flies away. Alfie Cox, he's got past. Yes, he's got past Clayton Enslin on the Yamaha, so Alfie Cox moves up to second place on the big four-stroke KTM. And Clayton Enslin comes barreling down towards that bridge. 250 wide open. He's suffering a little bit against the big bikes on this wide open section. This is the dice for fourth place overall. It's Wayne Farmer on the Kawasaki, just ahead of Yamaha-mounted Grey Dick. Four-stroke power tallying around this circuit. 506 comes flying through and under the bridge. That is Graham McLaughlin on the CR 500, and the first of the 200s makes his way up here. Barry Creel flying on that KTM 200. Yes, that way. We like those green bikes, don't we? What's this, a four-wheeled motorcycle? That's the first of the quads. Calvin Collington on a Yamaha Banshee heads off into the fields. Lying fourth in the 200cc class, Craig Arnoldi on a Russell Campbell Racing Kawasaki KX200. Another of the Banshees comes flying through. Hendrik Potgieter gets it sideways, almost 80 horsepower coming through those back wheels. Yes, this way, sir, this way. Don't waste any time. Don't you just love those Raptors? Some drizzle has made life more bearable, not quite as dusty through this section. Yamaha Raptors, all the rage suddenly. Now, which way does the track go and what's the lap record? 15 Ks to go before the end of lap 1. And these cattle are in for a huge, rude awakening. Who's it going to be first? Darryl Curtis comes flying through on the gas, and the cattle head off, something like Bonanza. Curtis doesn't care about the cattle, doesn't care about the locals. He just wants to know which way is the trail. I'm leading by almost 2 minutes, and I want to keep this position right to the end. The big 300cc gas, chewing up the sand, throwing rocks out the back. Darryl Curtis, his usual style, sitting down over the rocks. How long will the motorcycle last under these conditions? Wide ratio gearbox, just listen to the torque of that motor. Alfie Cox comes zooming through on the big Katum. Easy does it. Alfie, a little bit more finesse involved here. Stands up on the pegs, finds the route through there. Actually, the best route is right up on the bank, but these riders haven't seen that yet. Easy to pass comments when you're standing watching, isn't it? Clayton Enston flies on that 250 Yamaha, leading the 250cc class and third overall. Whoa, those rocks. Fortunately, not too much rain this time of the year, otherwise this would be under flood. Wayne Palmer comes through, the second of the 250s on his Kawasaki, and just behind him, Grey Dick chases hard on that Yamaha. Ray McLaughlin on the Millimore Racing Honda CR500. Elmer Simons, economical as ever on the 250cc KTM. A lot of crowd support down in the riverbed. Hi, Ma. Which way? This way. Brendan Crooks goes through on the Honda. Just behind him, Quentin Moulton, riding for Millimore Racing. Another of the gas machines goes through. That is Errol Dalton, riding in the 500cc class. Just behind him, leading the 200s and 9th overall, Barry Creel on the KTM 200cc, having a great ride. We'll be back after the break with lap 2.
Talking frankly about risks is one of the most...
Straight to the 3rd of March with complete coverage.
Welcome back. You're watching Two Wheels, and we're taking part in the Mafekeng 500, the first national off-road race of the 2001 season. We're into lap 2, and Alfie Cox has taken the lead on KTM number 500. Just behind him, Clayton Enston on the 250cc Shimwell's Yamaha. Just under 200 Ks to go. Down at the refuel point, we catch up with Daryl Curtis, who's dropped out of the race.
Well, it's been a really good day this morning. Alfie and myself were pretty much together, Clayton, Alfie and myself. I think Alfie and Clayton wrong slotted at one stage, and I got in front. We got into the riverbed, things were a little bit tight, so I saw Alfie coming behind me. And then I wrong slotted off that, Alfie got in front again. And then my bike stopped. We're not too sure what's wrong, but we're going to open and have a look, and we'll be there for the next race.
So you think the wrist is broken?
A good chance of it, yeah.
Casualties are plenty.
I'm pretty well moving. But it was fun other than that, though.
Where did you fall? How far back?
About 40 kilometers back.
Sure.
Just after the last refill.
Paul Jonker, having fun, eh?
This is great, yeah. It's good to be on the other side for a change.
What's it like to be a traffic cop?
It's bloody badly paid.
We're going to catch up with one of the quads to see if the guy will stop and talk to us in just a moment. Paul, you'll try and stop him. Don't give him the go sign. And I'm going to try and speak to him. Okay. You're lying about 120th. How are you feeling?
Not too bad. I thought it was 240.
Good luck. That's Victor Correa, and he's actually lying 17th in the quad class. One more rider, number L25. You're lying about 121st. How are you feeling?
Great.
Enjoying the course?
Yeah, it's excellent. It's pretty tricky, but it's all right.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you.
Victor de Freitas on his Honda, lying 18th in the quad class. En nou, wat het gebeur?
Ja, in die stof het te vinnig gery. Toe het ek 'n sloot geval, vang en gat oor kop geslaan. En geramp en toe wiel weer in volgende sloot en toe gat oor kop gegaan. En toe die bike op my geval, maar gebreek.
And this is Johan Lachner on the Shimwell's Yamaha 426. How's it going?
Right.
Enjoying the course?
Yeah, no, it's very nice.
You're lying about 200th at the moment. How do you feel about that?
That's all right. Love it.
Enjoy it. You've got about a lap to go. Down towards the finish area, Alfie Cox comes flying through. Great pictures from our cameraman Andrew Mulligan as the riders make their way back under that bridge. It's Guy Henley on the big Kawasaki, just ahead of number 77, Richard Manning in the 200cc class. Second place, as Clayton Enston goes flying through on the Yamaha. And behind him, Grey Dick has moved up to third place on the Yamaha YZF 426. Nice wheelie from Grey as he sees our cameraman. Wide open. Brave man is Grey Dick. That's Wayne Farmer, second in the 250s and fourth overall. Then Elmer Simons comes flying through, third in the 250s. Just behind him, Brendan Crooks having a great run in this first round of the National Off-Road Racing Calendar. Graham McLaughlin on the big CR500. Hard work, this motorcycle. Ooh, just hear that horsepower. Errol Dalton, the first of the gas machines, comes through on the 300cc. And those quads are flying along, leading the quad class. Cornell de Villiers on the big Bombardier. Whoa, big sideways there from that 426. Cornell flying along. Down towards the finish area, Alfie Cox. Is there no stopping this man from KwaZulu-Natal? Yes, I've done it. Just behind him, Clayton Ansley on the Shumwell's Yamaha 250, winner of the 250 class and second overall.
Whee! Well done, Alex. Thank you.
Third man home, Grey Dick, number 509, Shumwell's Yamaha, YZF 426.
Well done, Clay.
How did it go in the riverbed? Okay.
Well done, Beth.
Different story there. Well done, mate, Clayton.
Always good to reminisce about racing. Quads coming home. The winner of that quad class, Cornell de Villiers on the Bombardier. The winner of the 200cc class, Barry Creel, a great ride and 9th overall.
Well done, Barry. Good run, eh?
Clayton Ensign, winner of the 250 class, second overall. Got to be happy with that result, eh?
I'm really happy with it. Actually, the overall would have been better, but what I wanted to do was try and work in the tights, try and make up pass, and then hopefully make a lead. But at the end of the day, it worked out. But Alfie today was just faster, but other than that, it was a really good racing today.
Hazel, cancel that bank loan with the bank manager. Well, certainly a lot of new talent coming through at the moment. 22-year-old Barry Creel, support rider with KTM. You had a good run today.
Yeah, I know, it's a very good ride. It was just a bit fast, and I battled with the big bucks and the dust on the fast roads, but I'd catch them in the tight stuff and then they'd get away from me on the roads.
Obviously the 200 class is your main impetus at the moment, is it?
Yeah, the 200 class is obviously what I'm looking at, but I'd like to do well overall.
This team KTM, yay! Can you wave?
Family affair.
There we go.
Well, number 500 means that you are the current South African Open champion. Alfie, good race today.
Yeah, Dave, I knew it wasn't going to be easy. I mean, the boys are really found plan B, as we say. I used to have plan B in the bag all the time, and yeah, I have to work for my win now. And I knew it was going to be difficult today, but I'm just so happy to win the first race, always of the season. Everybody wants to beat you, and we thought we would be outnumbered. We are outnumbered because we haven't got as many riders as we had last year. They're all defected to other camps, but the KTM has been incredible, and I've just had a great day. And Clayton and I have had a good dance the whole day.
Confirmation of the Mafekeng 500 results. Alfie Cox winning the open class and of course first overall. The 250 class won by Clayton Enslin on that Yamaha. Barry Creel wins the 200cc class on the KTM. And the quad class, well done to Cornell de Villiers on the Bombardier. We look forward to a great year of off-road racing.